Okay, all yours.
Hi everyone. Well, before we get started, we just want to thank our guests from Everyday California for coming, and I hope you like what we see. So we are West Coast Advertising Agency. My name is Caitlin.
I'm Ted.
Nuria.
And I'm Cheyenne.
Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so most of you already know what Everyday California is about, but just as a reminder, they're a La Jolla-based company. They're a lifestyle brand, and they specialize in kayak tours and whale watching tours. They also have rentals for kayaks and paddleboards, surfboards, and snorkels. And they also have an amazing apparel line that we actually all love to wear. So yeah. So Everyday California, it's more than just a brand, it's a state of mind. And that's something that we feel we resonate so much with because we totally enjoy surfing, going outside, snorkeling, and just hanging out at the beach. And so it was a pleasure to work with a company like yours because we feel like we are on the same level of like enjoying the everyday lifestyle of California. So we want to help spread that story and share it with the rest of the world and, you know, with the nation, with the globe. And so we want to help share that everyday California lifestyle with everyone else. And so you guys came with us with some problems for seasonal problems, and we want to help you fight those winter blues and tackle on the everyday lifestyle of California and set those goals in the right direction. So this is how our agenda is going to go. We're going to talk about some problems and objectives, do a SWOT analysis, a typical kayak rental tours, strategy and tactics, so promotions, flyers and banners, social media, and ROI, and a conclusion. All right, so Ted will take it away.
Awesome. So first, after your presentation, we saw a couple of problems. Obviously, the main one was sales was not consistent throughout the year. Like you mentioned, 50% of your revenue was in July and August. Another issue was 90% of the bookings were brand new customers. So retaining and making people come back is definitely an issue. And then another thing that we saw was a lot of the rental companies in that area look the same, besides obviously your brand standpoint, but the actual tours look kind of similar. Some of the objectives we wanted to solve is to build up more consistent rental tours throughout the year. Obviously balancing the retail and adventure side while helping each other with that brand recognition. And then also standing out from other kayak rental companies. Driving up year-round digital interaction and engagement. And then increase more awareness about different tours that you offer. So we did a SWOT analysis, and some of your strengths are the retail brand supports the adventure, which is awesome. Competitive rates, you're always matching other kayak rental places' rates. Great reviews and testimonials. Obviously a great location right there on the beach. And then also social media has a great following and great content, beautiful pictures, large following. And then some of the weaknesses, those parts of the year may not be desirable to go kayaking. You know, it gets colder. And then customers might also get lost on the retail side right now, trying to book an adventure or vice versa. So some of the opportunities we saw was using retail to create that brand recognition for the adventure side as well. And then also differentiating from other kayak tours, also sponsorship opportunities within the adventure side. And some of the threats, obviously there's many other kayak rental places, and so the threat of substitutes is pretty high. So when we first looked into it, we kind of noticed that all the rental places were kind of the same. They all featured kind of these banana-looking two-person boats. The costs are about $700 to $1,000 and it seats 2 people. So what we want to do is kind of change it and give people a different option. These are called crystal kayaks, so they're completely see-through kayaks. And it kind of gives the user a different experience. And they're 100% see-through. You would definitely be able to stand out from other rental companies by offering this. And it also helps social media. A lot of people would want to post and repost. It's a cool thing. And this is also something, you do have a set number of kayaks throughout the summer, which becomes completely full, but this will give you extra inventory to run extra tours. And you can also offer as a premium. With this also, we want to start offering, you already have seasonal tours, but there's one that we wanted to add was leopard shark tours in August through October. We think this would be cool with those kayaks because you can see right through. You see whales and sharks swimming underneath you. So next, I'm gonna hand it up to Cheyenne.
Thank you. So another idea we wanted to implement was night kayaking. Super easy thing to implement. It takes advantage of San Diego's early sunset times in the winter, which is around 5 p.m. The cool thing about it is it kind of takes advantage of the fact that it's cold and dark in the wintertime to appeal to consumers, because I've personally gone night kayaking myself, and when I went, the fact that it was dark and it was cold kind of made it more adventurous, kind of feel a lot more different than just regular kayaking. I felt more obligated to take pictures and like share it on social media as opposed to just kayaking in the day, which I've done multiple times. This is definitely kind of a more like adventurous thing to do. Again, it's super easy to implement. You use the same kayaks. Really the only thing you need is some flashlights, which you could probably just find anywhere. But I also included the option to include some LED light systems, and for $60 that gives you a pair of 2 each, so it's really cheap if you wanted to install those on the bottom of the kayaks. Another thing is it's super easy to market because it's self-explanatory. It kind of explains itself. You don't really have to spend any time and effort explaining what this new service is. And it's affordable, obviously, basically no cost. And another alternative idea that we thought would be really cool for the night kayaking is illuminated paddleboarding night tours. So this is definitely like an exciting alternative. It's a new experience, not very common in the water like sport adventure industry. We feel by using this new and uncommon thing, it can really differentiate from most of the competitors. The main thing about these illuminated paddleboards is it can definitely boost the social media buzz. As you can see in the picture, it looks super cool. You're all standing up on the paddleboards, and directly under your feet is illuminated by the LED light. You can look into the water. Definitely something you'd want to like post on Instagram, tag your friends in. I know if I went and did this, I would definitely share it. I've actually never seen it before I looked it up. And the cost is relatively cheap too for the LED lights. Again, around $500 can light up 15 paddleboards for you.
So another cool idea that we had was to try to keep those customers that have already come in by offering an annual pass. So with this pass, not everyone has space to own a kayak or move their kayak. So if you were able to sell a pass where you could come throughout the year and do tours and rent kayaks, we think that would help people coming back, and they would also purchase more things within the store. Obviously, you'd want to have some blackout dates during the peak season in the summer where you want to reserve it for newer customers that are booking.
And so for the Groupon, what we noticed about the existing Groupon deals is that they include options for only the kayaking and the snorkeling, and it's only for up to 2 people. And other than the price, the deals don't really differentiate to account for the slower winter season. So we came up with a few ideas, one being to include deals for the new services we wanted to implement, like the crystal kayaking, night kayaking, or the illuminated paddleboarding tours. And then another thing would be to create a deal that is up to 4 people and price that at a better value. So kind of tell people like, get more people, it's gonna be less per person, kind of like that. And then the benefits of these new Groupon offers is that it's always nice to have new deals. Consumers like to see like fresh new offers they haven't seen before. Definitely looks more attractive to the consumer when there's new deals and it's not always the same. Another thing is that it kind of promotes more exciting, adventurous options rather than just kayaking and snorkeling. When you see a Groupon of like night kayaking tours or illuminated paddleboarding, you might want to like screenshot that and text it to your friend, be like, this looks really cool on Groupon, like let's do this. Another thing is, by allowing the option for up to 4 people, you can kind of market that bigger groups are more appropriate for these kind of things, and that also creates opportunity for reaching more consumers at once. And then lastly, the updated offers also serve a great way to just market the new services. I think you guys said you sold like the most Groupons in San Diego last year, super successful on Groupon. So just the fact of posting these new deals for the crystal kayaking or the night kayaking will be a great way to just market them, promote them.
Alright, so along with all these other amazing tactics, we can also do some more promotions. So these two can be interchangeable, so the free wetsuit rental during cold seasons, because wetsuits are a necessity in December for sure. We can do this when it's a little slower, and we can also do like a free t-shirt or a free cap, because your caps are amazing, and I really want one because they're cool. But doing like interchanging these can help see like which one's gonna be a better deal, what brings more people in, and also doing like Valentine's specials. You know, it's romantic with the illuminated paddle boards. You know, and discounts for holidays, like the whole month of December full of holidays. Student discounts because you know gotta rep the students here, and military discounts. You know, support the vets. And along with all the other tactics, we have just having the mere exposure of your brand out there can really help bring in more people and more clients. So it's like having your brand, like people like familiarity. So if you could just show your brand more often, people are like, oh, I remember this. Oh, yeah, kayaking. Yeah, everyday California. So so I think you said 90% of all your new clients are tourists. So we thought that the best way to target tourists would be through hostels, hotels, and like local beachy businesses. And so you could put like posters out there and flyers, and a lot of hotels have those brochures, like the cardboard stands. So we could just put like a poster over it and be like, ours wins, you know? And also making flyers with the coupon code. I made a sample flyer, and I'll show you in the next slide. So, oh yeah, and so this is, I think you guys know the OB Hostel. That'd be a cool place to put some flyers. And then Tower 23 and PB would be kind of cool too, because it's all pretty close to La Jolla. So this is just a sample flyer I made, just to kind of get the gist of where I'm trying to go with it. So this is the code I was actually talking about. So with this code, we could do like Wales 1, 2, 3 in the code. And so we could do it like in PB. We'll like put all these flyers with Wales 1, 2, 3 in PB. So all of our flyers for that will be in one section, and then we'll use a different code, Wales 4, 5, 6 for like La Jolla or like Encinitas, or you know, just a different area. And this can help us track like new clients and like target them better. So let's say we did Wales 1, 2, 3 for PB, and we're like, wow, there's a lot of people using this code Wales 1, 2, 3, and it's all in PB. So we should target PB more, and we could do like more advertising for that area. So that's just kind of like the gist of what I'm trying to do here, but yeah, I kind of like the pictures with the whale watching. And so I kind of did some research for like if you wanted to do the flyers or the posters. So I just went to printplace.com, and they have some pretty cool deals. So for the flyers, like a 6x4, like 1,000 with a gloss finish, they're like 3 cents each, so they're pretty affordable. But I did just a couple like sizes, and then for posters, I think it'd be good to have like a high gloss UV coating, because most likely it's gonna be outside, and so you want that protection. But they're pretty affordable too, so I thought it was kind of a cool idea.
So along with that too, you want to, I'm sure you already use Facebook ads, but there's cool ways you can kind of bring in email address and start making lists of clients. So doing the flyers, you'll get, in order for them to get the promotion, you'll get their email address. Another cool thing you could do on Facebook ads is you could differentiate 2 different ads. So one could be for tourists and one could be for local people. So both audiences feel like they're getting a deal. So in exchange for their email address, you'd give them 20% off a tour if they booked it within the next month. And then all these email addresses that you'll accumulate can be used to give out these new deals and the new adventures that you want to provide. So this is a good way to bring in past customers that have already booked kayak tours, and then also using things from a retail side, such as looking at people's phone numbers that they have provided. You can look at their area codes and know that they're in San Diego, and use that to send emails with new deals, with promotions, such as the Valentine's Day special.
So we're going now to the Instagram strategy. We analyzing your Instagram, Everyday California. We found out that it is already like very good, because you have like lots of followers, nice pictures. Like we wouldn't change anything of that. But we found that it is too focused on the clothing brand. So if you don't really know about the Everyday California experiences, you maybe like find that Instagram, but you don't realize that they also have that like characters and everything. So you don't even have the link of the Everyday California part. So we thought that it would be a great idea to create a new Instagram for the Everyday California Adventures, and we already did, and this is how it would look like, more or less. So,
Did you guys see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, who is this?
It was Robin.
Really?
Freaked out. He's, what's going on?
It's all yours. Just let us know. You guys can get rid of it. You
Like
can do
3
what you want.
times, like he asked people to report it. Like,
Oh,
they
no.
get free sandals. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so yeah, give a couple
We could
sandals.
give you
What's
the
that?
account
Yeah.
after, so you don't have any frauds using it, but we'll give you the
Yeah,
info if
yeah.
you want to use
No,
it.
we calmed him down. It's alright.
okay, so this is how it would look like, and then you have there the link direct to the Everyday California Adventures website. And well, yes, this would be more focused on the experiences, characters, so more known, more people, well, everything. And so the other part of the Instagram campaign would be, Instagram strategy would be this campaign called Endless Summer. It would consist in people posting their pictures of their experiences with Everyday California, or other pictures that can be related to the idea of aquatic sports, beach, sun, San Diego, whatever. And they would have to post their pictures using the hashtag Endless Summer and also tagging our new Instagram, Everyday California Adventures. And well, we decided to use the Endless Summer name because it goes with the idea that it's always kind of summer here, good weather, and that it's always a good time for aquatic sports, so kayak tours or wherever. That it's one of the main objectives of our project, to have more traffic during winter, so that people that enjoy kayaking during summer can also go during winter, and it's kind of the same. Yes, and also this would help to grow the new Instagram and have more followers and start with the new Instagram. Oh wait, I forgot. So between all these people posting the pictures, we are raffling, like, for example, kayak tours, or maybe also some giveaway of the clothing brand to like also support the other part and to make like them go together. Well, that's it.
So finally, looking on the return on the investment, using a budget of about $20,000, the kayaks cost just about the same as the normal kayaks you guys are using. So getting a fleet of 10 kayaks would cost about $10,000. The lighting systems we mentioned, about $1,500. For the annual pass, all you really need is buying the actual cards with the designs on them. Those are about $100. Cost of giveaways within Instagram, $200. The cost of the flyers and the posters, about $400. And then just email marketing. I'm sure you guys already have a system for that, but we threw the cost in there anyway. That puts us at about $12,000, which leaves you $7,000 to use on advertising for the ads such as Groupon, AdWords, Facebook, and yeah, and this hopes to drive the whole strategy, showing those new offers and those new adventures. Just to conclude, so the main goal was just to differentiate from other kayaking companies, using promo codes to develop local potential customers, and developing an email campaign just to keep those customers coming back, and then also separating Everyday California retail from the adventure, showing that there's two great sides to the brand. And then also the viability of our marketing plan within the cost, and using as much budget as we can just to spread the new adventures. Any questions?
What?
Do you have any questions?
I would just say probably would have done the light up paddleboards and kayaks, but city regulations. So won't allow us. Thought about it, try to do it. And then,
We would love to do the night tours, but we have to actually, per our permit, we have to have our kayaks pulled off the water, I think 15 minutes before sunset.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, what percentage do you guys think of your marketing plan, like of your 360 integrated marketing plan, what percent do you think is online compared to offline?
I would say, I think.
You guys, there's a lot here.
Mhm.
There's a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of great ideas. You float around a lot of good ideas. Do you kind of have a balance? Are you?
I think the way it is right now, it was almost 75% online, and then the 25% was just the actual flyers and the printouts.
Yeah.
A lot of things are online. That's usually cheaper and a better option.
Yeah, because you guys have a great online presence already. So, I mean, we like what you have, and like just sprucing it up a little bit with just like giveaways and like doing the California Adventures page, just like the basic tours and you know, adventures would be a super great way to like promote that. But also just like the flyers and posters like we talked about would be super awesome, and I think it'd be really effective. But yeah, most of it is just like it's awesome already, and we like what you have. So just doing little things every now and then can help.
So what we do
create
to
more
go around,
followers.
so those companies that have those, you know, flyers that you put in,
Mhm.
they actually, they go around and collect them, they charge you a certain amount a month to go
Mhm.
be part of them, they won't let you cover up the boards.
Mhm.
But we went around it and became friends with concierge. We actually have flyers and they're all the same, but we have individual codes we put onto the flyers.
Yeah.
And it's run through an affiliate program, so
Mhm.
it takes off a certain percentage for their customers they send our way.
Okay.
And then if their organization allows it, they get a percentage commission.
Okay.
As well as other SDSU students. There's even the SDSU code gets 20% off everything. And
Awesome. Yeah.
So a really good point today. We actually talked about how the Instagram. What's the word for it?
it's apparel heavy and too focused and close.
We actually talked about that today, so that was really good.
Yeah.
Which you guys talked about, you know, we're having more interaction with our adventure posts, right, on social media.
I think that's something we
That's-
noticed too when we're looking
Yeah.
into it too. We're like, okay, like where are the adventures? Where are this? You know.
Yeah.
Higher followers? Higher, like, what's it called?
Chris is part of the businesses.
Yeah, and on
Higher
this,
engagement? Is that what you-
Yeah,
Better
higher
engagement, yeah.
Yeah.
Much better engagement.
And on this new page that we made, we noticed on your original page, it links right to the apparel line. It would be kind of cool to link it to the actual tours, so that's what we did with the other page, was we linked it to the adventure aspect of it. So
And that'll give you more room to
First
grow on
one.
both aspects, while they're otherwise you're kind of limiting yourself on one page.
Yeah, and they complement each other too. And what we also did was, which was kind of cool, is with the picture, like on each page. Yours is, I think, a white background or black background with the bear, like on your profile picture. On the other one, it's white, it's reversed, so it's like the same, but
Okay.
yeah,
Where'd you guys do most of your research?
in class.
I was here for the presentation.
Do you guys go to our store?
Yeah.
Is that where you got this or buy?
And
Yeah, I was
also
in the store.
online.
Yeah, that's cool that you guys did that. That definitely.
The store's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a supermarket last time I was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So you guys came out.
Did you guys do anything on the water? Did you do a tour?
Mhm.
I mean, we personally like to go out. I like to surf and I like kayaking and snorkeling. So
Yeah.
we all do though, but we
Yeah.
like hanging out at the beach. So this was super fun for us to, you know, experiment with you guys too,
Right.
because that's something we're passionate about.
You guys made a point saying offering, you know, student discounts and stuff. What's a good medium to let students know that we exist? I mean, is it as simple as posting something on our Instagram saying we give student
Yeah.
discounts, or is there?
I think
Better
also
strategy.
social
Maybe a
media
poster
for
also
sure.
here.
Social media and the posters and flyers, and even
Maybe something here.
yeah, there's also like you can do a stand as well. They have one for the Mission Bay Aquatic Center here. But I know they have a contract with the school already. But if you could do something like that, I think it'd be super effective. And just having like representatives and ambassadors here with the flyers and just putting the word out. People like word of mouth and will trust it.
And then UCSD is right up the hill there too.
Yeah.
Maybe working with the clubs there, making sure they do one trip every semester, or to, I guess they're quarters, but
So there's
something in this sense.
a brand affiliate program that most of the local brands here use, like Blenders, Eyewear, like Bird Farm, Pure Vita, it's all
Mhm.
called Reversion. And so we tried to sign up like multiple, you know, kids at SDSU and all these places to be affiliates and stuff, and we had at one point 175 affiliates that were related with SDSU. A lot of them just don't produce. And then, so then you end up sending free stuff to them, you're there, like,
You don't
putting
get
money on
anything,
the
yeah.
packages. And you're getting one or two or three different conversions, depending, because eventually you guys have class, other things to do.
Mhm.
I went to state, I know what goes on, so like, how else are you gonna push someone else's clothing brand and
Yeah.
kayaking? So,
So the just one more thing for me. It was, like I said, it was really good. A lot of great ideas. Some of them we could probably actually apply, which is important, right? So the budget, $20,000. You guys, you're thinking a return of 90%.
That was from the presentation. They said like when they buy a wetsuit, 90% profit margin from
Did
that.
Chris say our margin's 90% across the board? I wish.
Yeah.
I think he said that specifically on a wetsuit, but it was like things you buy because it gets used so often.
Yeah.
Like the rentals, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially like the kayaks too. If you guys,
Yeah.
you're adding just 10 more, so you could offer one more tour every hour, or however often it is in the summer, and you could also offer as a premium when it is busier too.
Just one thing to think about is just the cost of payroll for all of our businesses is about to go like way up when it gets to $15 an hour.
Mhm.
So you just think about stretching the days will have some consequences also. So if you do stretch a lot of days from really super early to late, if it's not really busy,
Mhm.
then you end up losing more
Huge
and
impact,
you really
yeah.
start diving into your margin even harder.
Yeah.
So just think about you gotta look at, political and economic and legal and social and technological and how that might affect, our SWOT analysis and that kind of stuff as well.
We should post more about, bringing in locals and students, at least to the social media aspect, saying, hey, because we do actually do 50% off all rentals for the locals till March 15th. But it's hard to advertise that because someone coming to town also is reaping in the local benefits.
Mhm.
And it's our way of saying, thank you for dealing with our Arizona customers, and now they're using the local benefits. So.
You can
Right.
show an ID as well, if they
Yeah.
have a California.
Yeah, and you can also just create an affiliate code form too, that says, but.
Nice idea.
Mhm.
All right.